Hello everyone. So today I am going to show you something pretty amazing. This is SillyTavern, and this is an AI based front-end framework where you can create your own characters. For example, you can see there can be a list of characters here. You can chat with them, and the most interesting part is that the backend can be anything. So here I am using the Google Gemini 1.5 Pro, and yes, it is completely free. And other than that, you can see even in chat completion or text completion, you have openai, which is you can use chatgpt, Claude, Cohere, Grok, and you can even use like custom ones. You can use local models on your PC if you have a very good computer with GPU. Like if you have at least 6 GB VRAM, so it can be usable with smaller models completely locally. So today I'll show you how you can make it running on your particular PC. And as I am using the Google's Gemini Pro model, so you don't need a very powerful PC and you can install it in any of your computers. So let's get started. First thing which you need is Git. So if you are into development, or even if you are not into development but know something about like writing code or development, you would know how important GitHub is, and for that you need Git. So just download it and install it, and then you would need the latest version of Node.js. So you just need to download it and install it on your PC, and that's it. You need these two as prerequisites, and after that you have to come to the GitHub page of SillyTavern. So you can see this is SillyTavern. Now remember, what you need to do is, it is pretty easy. You need to do a git clone, and I'll like explain how you can do that. So basically all these files you see, these would be directly copied in a particular folder on your PC. That's it. You can go through this particular documentation to see what it is, SillyTavern, but I'll try to cover the basics here. Now let's come to the installing. I would always suggest to install via Git, not via the SillyTavern launcher. So for that, you would need Node.js and Git, which we have already installed, right? Now what you have to do is that basically open any folder that you want. You can create a new folder, open any folder that you want, and open the command prompt in that particular folder, which is you can write cmd in the address bar. That's it. And then you have to copy this one. I generally suggest using the release. So what it is doing is that Git makes it understand that we are using Git, which we already installed. Clone, what it does is that clone copies everything in this repo in your folder. So here we'll come back again, and yeah, so clone, and this whole particular URL is the URL of this particular repo. And with -b release and -b staging, -b means branch. There are different branches, and you don't need to understand this. You can directly go with b releases. So you can copy this. And the interesting part is, even if you don't use -b release, it can still be cloned. So that is not a big deal. And once you have downloaded everything, you'll see all these folders and everything in that folder. So what you need to do is that you need to double click on the start bat. So you need to understand only two of these, update and start bat. What it does is that it will update from this repo. So anytime you need to update, you don't need to go to Git again. You can directly use the update and bat one. And similarly, you can use the start bat, and it will open up a command prompt, and in the background it will be running and everything, and then open up a particular page. This will be opened on the 8000 port on your own PC. Now remember, till now anything does not need internet once you have cloned it. So after you have cloned it, everything is running locally on your machine till now. Now the only thing which you need to do is that I'll give you a basic overview about SillyTavern, and I'll make a dedicated video later on. on this. So how this works is that this side you can access it by here. This is where you will have the list of characters and groups that you can create, and I'll also show how you can create a normal character. This one is you, like who are you and how you are communicating. So I have put my name Excalibur. You can put a particular persona description here similar to the character, and that's it. You can save it here. Currently you don't need to know about the extensions. We'll come back to it later on in some other video. It is not that mandatory. This is where you can choose any kind of wallpaper. You can either choose your own wallpapers or a list is provided here. So I am using this one, Bedroom Cyberpunk. You can use anything. Now this is important, and at the starting this can look overwhelming, but you don't need to touch anything. All of these are the default settings. The only thing which I generally change is the UI theme. In the UI theme, you can see there are different themes. This is a custom theme which I created, but you can download a lot from the internet and on their website as well. So we'll also see about customizing later on. Initially, it would look something like this. I think this is something it would look like. Either this or this one. So this is something it looks like initially, and you can change it to any particular one. I like it a little bit wider, so I get a lot of space. The world and lore book you can currently ignore. It is not that important. Now this is still not that important, but here you can change the system prompt. Just remember, this is the main thing. You can change the system prompt. Always remember, you see these two curly braces, user curly braces, and curly braces user character. This is char, and closing the curly braces. What this means is that no matter whichever character you choose, for example, this character's name is Ivanka, you can have another character like Tom, Brady, anything like that, and it will directly change this particular variable. This is basically a kind of variable with the character's name, and this user will be changed by the username that you are using currently. So you don't need to write those names again and again, and this is pretty useful. And this is the most important part of this whole step, which is in the API section, you will have to go to chat completion. Remember, it is chat completion. For this one, as I will be using Google Maker Suite's API, which is free. So I'll choose the Google Maker Suite. And then here I have chosen the Gemini 1.5 Pro model. You can have, there are different models. For this, you need the API key, which is free, and I'll show how to get that right now. Once you get the API key, just put it here and it will save it. And after that, you cannot see it due to privacy reasons, but you can see it is showing that the key is saved. And this is the most important part. And when you are done, you'll need to press connect. Remember, if it shows any kind of error that connection is not possible, you can always try this test message. So if you click on test message, most of the times it will validate. And that's it for this one. Now, how can you get the API? Come to aistudio.google.com, and here you can see there is the button to get API. All of this is free. You just need to log in. It is completely free. So get API, and here you can see that it shows that pay as you go pricing. So you can choose any one, like for I think the Pro model 1.5 Gemini 1.5 Pro model. It gives you some messages for free every day, and if you choose the Gemini 1.0 model Pro model, you get a lot of free messages. Like it is more than enough to have that conversation using the API. If you are using it a single person, do not share this API. You would need to click on create API, and after that you can create one of the APIs. Just copy the API, paste it here, and you are done. Now coming to how you can create a character. This button you see, this is create new character. Here you can put a name. I'll just put ABC. Here you can select any image. You click on this and you can upload any image here, right? And in the search and tags, you can put some tags, like for example, if you are making a superhero kind of group, so you can put superheroes and something like that. In the description, now here it gets very important. You can put anything, like for example, I'll put char, and remember, when you are putting this, it will always be replaced by ABC. So later on, if you change the name also, it will be changed in the description. Is a warrior from 1600s. And this is just like a basic thing. And in the first message, you can put whatever will be the first message here. So what I'll do is that hi, and then I'll say user. So this user will always replace the persona and name I am using currently. So with that, here you see this button, this is to save, and the character is created. Now if I click on this, if you tap, you can open up the image. I have not chosen any image, so it doesn't appear here, but you can open up anything. Now you see it became hi Excalibur. Why? Because the first message was hi user, right? And now once you can see it is connected, you will get type a message here. I'll write hi, who are you? So now coming back to Ivanka, I have created her as a coding assistant. So here you can see the description is the best coding teacher in the city, is also assistant of user and will help in any way possible, is 22 years old, intellectual, poised and extremely smart. This also gives a character to the like a personality to the character. She is beautiful and wears glasses. And you can see here are the actions, like pushes her glasses up her nose, and this is because I have put that she's wearing glasses right now. And with that, when asked, she will directly respond with full codes without any delay. So here this was a conversation, and now I'll write I need a React code for a simple counter where I click a button and the number increases in counter. I give this. So well, you can see that this is pretty much working, and obviously this is a very easy program. You can make anything as tough as this. And remember, SillyTavern is a front-end framework, so it depends what kind of backend model you are using for the AI. This is 1.5 Pro Gemini, so it would be pretty good, and it can handle a lot of things. As you can see, this was very fast, and it could use it. So yeah, you can use it to solve your own codes. You can take help from her, and if you are bored, you can also chat. That was it for today, and later on I'll be making some other videos as well. How to create better characters, and more about SillyTavern, what extra things you can use, everything like that, because you can see here a vector storage, summarize. You can also create it, like use it for image generations as well in the chats. So we'll be going through all of these, and let me know whether you want more on SillyTavern or not. Thank you.